If you do the math as I've been doing all day, you'll find that there are 340 million people in America. Of that 340 million people in America, only 4.4 million work in the IT or technology space. Of those 4.4 million people, only about 1.5 people can actually program like a software development engineer. There are many more people who can they can suffer through an HTML page or whatever. But the people that can actually just do the one line of code, check it in, and move on, about 1.5 million people at the most. And so as I go through those metrics, and I find things like this that show that my highest technical title of achievement has less than 160,000 people in it in the entire country, that kind of scares me. Because if I do the math, that's 0.44 million people. Or rather, if I'm not thinking about millions, 0.44 percentage. So you have less than half a percentage of the total population of America that can do this work and that can have the job because they have the skills. That is an extremely small talent pool. And so any company that's looking to hire a principal software engineer has two options. They can either go to the very, 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 very small talent pool of people that can already have a proven history of being a principal software development engineer. It's 160,000 people, give or take, based on this. Or you can try to find somebody who hasn't yet achieved that title and give them some title inflation, effectively. And what I'm realizing is that over the next few years, we're going to find people with titles that just they shouldn't have. And it's going to be a repeat of the last time this happened all over again. Because companies are not going to want to pay people what they're worth. They would rather pay more by hiring the wrong person, losing that person, and then having to hire a better person at more cost. Because that's how short-sighted companies work. And it's weird though, because if you're an actual data-driven company and you're being told, look, we need a principal to manage our teams and act as a sheepdog to make sure the flock is, focused. Only 160,000 people, or less than that actually, have proven themselves to be capable of that. And I am one of those people. And that makes me wonder, like, did I mess up by being a principal developer? Because what do I do now? What growth can I have as a software development engineer that's full stack and has principal level skills? I don't know much about the business side because being a principal, you learn about the business while you're on the job and you help what you can to optimize, but you don't have a business background. I actually feel like I had more of a business background when I was an engineering director. I felt like I was more in tune with the business and I had better communication with the business. But as a principal, you're basically just some executive's pet and you don't actually get the success that you're due because the executive that you report to typically takes all that credit. And so I wonder, is being a principal software development engineer a trap? Is it bad for your career as a developer to accept a principal software development engineer role. Because ever since I was forced into the title without my consent and told, look, you have the experience, you've worked at Microsoft, you've worked at Amazon, you've worked at all the other places, you're the most technically astute person we have, you are getting this title whether you like it or not. And ever since that happens, it felt like I just haven't had as much opportunity. And it makes me wonder, what has been your experience? If you're in tech and you're a principal, reach out, please. It's lonely and I want to connect with other people like me. Thanks.